Hello everyone, I'm Chuck Beaver. I'm here to do a Dead Space 2 dev commentary playthrough. Alright, let's get started. Chapter 10, let's roll. Alright, Chapter 10 of Dead Space 2. You might recognize this as the beginning of the entrance to the Ishimura. What? Alright, I'm gonna go on in. Should I keep up with my one-shot weapon? Because I can't change in combat because my controller is not reading the right signals on my quick pad, my D-pad, so I can't change weapons, which is a problem. Okay, so this is very famous for how tense and long this is, for how long you go before. Look at the diagnostic report from the same room you went in before. And there's like coverings on the window. For how long this goes before there's combat. That is all attributable.
Gravity and life support on reserve power. Primary systems offline. Main centrifuge offline for repairs.
Damn it. That's what I thought.
What?
The gravity centrifuge is under repair. I'm gonna have to go down to engineering. This should be interesting.
Is it safe?
I don't know how it could be. I'll let you know.
This is all from Ian Millham. I'm going to give him all the credit. He had a vision of this, like how long it should go, because he knows how to tell a good joke and how to tell a good horror setup. And while you're making a game, like you're in dailies, like every little corridor is in dailies, and it goes through the art review, and it goes through the setup and the spawns and blah 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 blah. And for something to stay this dead, like unspawned that long, is really weird during the dailies. Like people are like, I don't know, this is a long time to be walking through with nothing happening. Are you sure? Like nothing at all? And like people were constantly questioning whether or not, you know, should stay so quiet all the way through, because they're like, all we're doing is just walk through the hallways. It's so quiet. So good. So of course we get a chance to at least have some more horror in here, which is fitting for Nicole to talk. But like, people just weren't. We'd never made a level like this, so nobody could understand how it was possible that it not have tons of stuff in it. So Ian held the line and was like having to constantly make everybody feel okay that it was going to be this quiet this long. Like he just knew it was going to work. And I am surprised he got it through, because there was a lot of not pushback, but just a lot of like jitteriness, and people were just like, I don't know, are you sure? It's like a Dead Space game. Can we go this long without combat? And he was vindicated and borne out. Like, this has turned out to be one of the more famous levels in Dead Space 2, because it does string you along so long, and you're just like completely anxiety ridden by the time you finally get a spawn, because you're like, this is the Ishimura. Shouldn't it just be swarming with necromorphs? Shouldn't I be attacked all the time? So it's a very classic, amazing play on expectations, which horror depends on, and a masterful version of it at that. So big kudos to Ian for that. That was a good insight that he masterfully managed to get through the system. Alright, you guys recognize all this stuff. I just love all this red and white, red tape with white, like, protective film. It's just a great juxtaposed look for the Ishimura. The bench, let's go just always check to see about the bench. I think I got my extra health. We should probably make our plasma cutter more powerful if we possibly can. I have one node. What are you going to do with the one node? I guess I'm going to like, speed? Do I want speed? Is it the refire speed? Yeah, probably. Upgrade your speed by 0.2 seconds. Well, that's not any good. Alright, well, we got that anyway. You know, when I was watching the remake, I was like, did they like take all the old Geo? Did we archive all this stuff? Did they have all that? And they just what did they do? How could you possibly take all of a 2007 level and put it into modern stuff and have anything even work? And I think they just rebuilt it all. which is like, holy crap, that's so much work. I'd hope that they got a chance to maybe use our stuff, but I don't think they did. Remember all these hallways? Like, I remember these like the back of my hand. These are like amazing. So here you are walking through here. You're like, man, come on. I'm not gonna get ganked anytime soon. So good. It's just so good. I just love the randomness of the tape. And you're like, and there's a few horror scares along the way to kind of keep you on edge, right? It's just good. There's the tram station. And there's just enough, like, what going on in the static? It sounds like attacks, maybe? That kind of gives you going, ooh, gosh, I don't know about this. Alright, let's save, of course, because we should always save. Alright, we're officially into chapter 10. Okay, we're going to start saving on our chapter 11. On the way to chapter 11. I like to keep saves at the beginning of chapters in case I forget things. Go over there eventually, are we? I don't know. It's fun because you're like, well, what shape is it in? Like, is the tram still offline, or like, how am I gonna get around? Because we don't have the continuous Ishimura of the remake, right? It's the old layout, so it's partitioned by tram walking. I always go in the opposite direction just to see what's where. Why is that locked? Audio log, sure.
Go on. It's Hendrik. Did you come in last shift? Did anyone? I think it's just me down here now. I got lost last night when the lights went out, and I fell down a ramp. I think. Or someone tripped me. I'm all bruised on my left side and my ankle is swollen. Are you sure you guys aren't down here? I hear something near my locker. Screw this! I'm heading up. I'm never coming back here again.
I remember we wanted to put a thing in for the poor crew that had to come to this haunted ship and work on it, and I'm sure there was like, you know, a curse on this ship, and like people were like, I don't want to work at this place. And that actor did such a great job with that video log. His voice is cracking. Or someone tripped me or something. I fell down a ramp. What a great setup. That's a really good thing. I think, did Ben write that one? I don't remember writing that one. Maybe Jeremy wrote that. Look at this. Look at this, like, sort of tinted E.T. kind of hallway thing. Remember when they were, like, sort of giving E.T. the hazardous, you know, material problem? Okay, we might be finally into a spot now. I don't even really know where this is. Like, was this part of... Oh, this was down in the engineering. Okay, yeah, you did walk down here. You can hear the whispers of Nicole. She's still basically being written from a point of your guilt. You're trying to hide things. You're being in denial whenever she does speak up. Here's the final hallway. So this is like, you're like, okay, I've been going a long time now. Is there really going to be nothing? I do love the... I don't know what you call it in terms of... audio effects, but there's that, just that ambient, deep, hollow, sort of almost wind that goes on, and it just makes you feel like you're in a really haunted place. So good. Sort of the creaking of the bones of the Ishimura. I think I can throw this down there. I don't know if I can trigger the spawn by doing it. Can I? No? I'd like to. I think a brute comes out at this point. Where am I going? Oh, I gotta go all the way down there. Okay. There it is. Finally, you're attacked. I can get around him. Well, I can't. How much more stasis? He doesn't look dead to me. How about you guys? Charges left. Okay. Thanks, Brute. So we finally are attacked. Everyone cheers. Okay. Tension is broken. Everything's good. Now we keep walking. I'm sure there's going to be more attacks. Because I just got some more pickups. Blech. I think you can pick up these lights and sort of throw them down this dark hallway. There's just a few construction lights in here to give you a good sense of like, oh god. Oh, and a stasis bomb. Another Brute, really? Sure. Come on, buddy. And he stomps through all the lights. So I give him a big stasis bomb. And we try to sneak behind him. And let him have it. Oh, don't turn around. Stasis didn't last long. Okay. Whoop. Oh no, what is that?
Isaac! Isaac, they're swarming into the ship!
Yeah, I know! I'll call you back!
Let's collect our things. The Stompfest action. So, Ishimura was kind of clear of infection until, of course, Sprawl's infection infected the Ishimura because Isaac opened up the seal. So, some therefore but storytelling, really important to me that we were doing. It was basically going to happen anyway. The Ishimura had to have necromorphs on it. There had to be some reason. So it wasn't like we had a choice, but I like that it does fit with the narrative. That's always quite handy. More horror moments. Always good for a scare. Run down here and get probably going to trigger something to pick up this node. Okay. Now I can finally get my next level. And I have to hack something somewhere, don't I? Yeah, it looks like a hack. Was there not a door there? Oh no, that door's closed. Alright, we gotta hack a panel. Very 90s term. Gotta hack. I think that's in my way. Okay. Here we go. These don't get easier because of the settings on the narrative. Okay. I'm gonna go up here.
Okay, no, Ellie, it isn't safe. But I'm on my way to the centrifuge.
Just be careful.
I'll call you when it's online.
Okay, no, it's not safe. Which is a little weird line. Why did I write that? Because she just yelled at us that they were coming on the ship. So I think I was trying to pay off the line where he's like, is it safe? He's like, I'll let you know. But then I think I don't know. That doesn't quite work.
Warning. The engineering deck has not completed final cleanup and decontamination.
Okay. Oh, another save station. Alright, let's save. We're always gonna save. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, a store. Alright, where are we going? We'll go through here, I'm scared. So I forget, did we do a centrifuge run again here? You know, when I watch the remake, it's just so obvious the technical difference between the very first one and the remake. It's such an incredible upgrade. But, you know, Dead Space 2 does more than split the difference. I feel like it's way better than the first one, obviously, as far as fidelity goes, because we learned so much about how to maximize the platforms by that point. It's not the remake quality, don't get me wrong, but it's pretty good. Alright, where are we going? We got things to do. I remember all these spaces. This is so fun from the original. Oh, there's the bench again. Well, we just ran a bench. Oh, but didn't we get a node? Okay, sorry, we're going to do a quick bench drop. Thanks. Okay, this room was a lot of fun. You know, when they were building this room in the first one, I had to be shipped off to Simpsons for this and the tentacle grab because we were in a budget squeeze. Dead Space had to go through its approval cycles every 3 months for Greenlight, and I had to go help off the Simpsons for a bit while they were busy doing this room. And I remember Glenn telling the stories about this room, like, okay, I'm gonna shut the door, and like they were wrestling, you know, with the choreography of the timing. So it was fun to see the finished product, but I didn't get to be there while they were making the sausage. So it was interesting to hear him talk about how that first room was a challenge to get coordinated.
Decontamination initializing.
Again, I gotta decontaminate. All right, here we go. Getting locked in. I think we just faked this out on you. I don't think you actually get jumped because it was expected from the first giant spawn in this room on Dead Space 1. And you're like, okay. So nothing happened. Again, another play with your expectations, which, given that you're revisiting the Ishimura, you're obligated to do that. Like, you have to pay very close attention to what was and had been before. Otherwise, you were just going to end up with kind of a ho-hum response, right? Oh, I forgot they slow you down, which is the worst thing that can happen to you in Dead Space. Where are you going? Whoop, somebody's behind me. Oh, the bad guys. They even got red eyes and everything. And they sound different. They have their crusty baked skin. Oh, they're pregnant. Oh no, am I gonna have to waste a bunch of ammo? Whew. I think I got his legs. Alright. We're going that way? Okay, let's go down this way really quick and check. Do anything down here? Nope. Just, oh yeah, now there is. Cost of a power node. Ah! Why am I shooting him in the body? Nobody knows. Oh, the black ones are with the crunchy skin. So much trouble. Oh, is that worth it? I don't know. I got a power node for it, my troubles. Line racks. I used to love the line racks. Man, they did all come running in here, didn't they? Where are you going? Where are you going? They're okay as long as they're in singles. Oh no! And you're not being tracked from behind. He was distracting me. Oh. Okay. Where is he at? I'm gonna stomp his buddy. Okay, so now it's all legit. Now you can just have as many spawns as you want. We've broken the ice, right, with the horror scare. I think I managed to get these. The pregnancy the worst. So now it's just necromorphs all over the place, and it's as gruesome as you would expect returning to the Ishimura. There was the original hole grabby thing, remember? Now we're back here into the centrifuge. Alright, we made it. Oh, shit. Not very well, though. You see him, like, guarding his legs with that pose? Get out of here. That's pretty solid. I know that when you're in running player mechanics and you're on the engineering team and that you're running the AI and the animation for the characters, and all you do is like destroy them as the player, everyone's like, man, I worked so hard on those advanced animation states. Can you not kill the enemies so quick? Like, sorry. All right, that was a quick save. Okay, into the centrifuge. What state is it in? Let's see what we're doing here. Well, we're gonna have to repair this bad boy again. I'm sure we're gonna have lots of company while we do it. There's a stasis recharge. What? Okay. Let's see what we want to do over here. What's up over here? No? What? Well, let's go explore a bit. See what we gotta do. It looks like there's a bunch of boxes on here. One of them's missing. Two of them are missing. Three of them are missing. Alright, well, I bet we're going to have to find them and replace them. Up like that. Boop. That's how you do in real life. That's how easy repairs are. They just find their way right into the hole. And they go. It's hard to imagine at some point I'm not going to cross a trigger point where I have to, like, fight things, but yeah, give me a second. So I don't quite know what this was. I think it's just power. We just needed a whole new puzzle in here, right? And so we're like, whatever. And I think this was from the, was it Montreal team I was saying before? Like, it was Motive back then, I believe, as well. They did a great job with this puzzle. One more. Where did they hide it? I remember it was hard to find this last one. Alright, where is it going to be? Folks. Is that it? Yeah. That is it. Okay, we'll fire in here. Blink, 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 blink. You blink. Alright. And it goes. Shouldn't the control have turned... Some control somewhere should have turned blue. Oh, do they have specific orders they have to be in or something? Or are they still blinking red? Let's take this one out. Let's try switching these two just in case. Oh yeah. They have to turn... On top of everything else, they have to turn blue, red, blue, green. I can't think or talk. Where's the one I just let go? There it is. Oh, you know what I'm not paying attention to? Is the hoses on them form a pattern. Okay, sorry. That's why this pattern, that was a really good puzzle because of that. Okay, now we gotta go push a button. Good stuff, good stuff. Surprised I wasn't doing that under duress of enemies, but I'm sure they're gonna come now. Look, I better have to go over there. Okay, centrifuge is on. Now we go down the elevator. Oh, no, wait. It's a lie. Now we gotta go down this way. Where are we going? Okay. Was that all I had to do? Alright. I'm sure I'm gonna have to fight my way back. That's fun, though. Look at that. It's a fun little energy particle effect. Alright. Let's go. Oh, there's nobody waiting for me. Really? Alright, let's save again for fun. Okay. Alright, we're going to fight our way back out now. Ishimura. Nice direct path. Good couple of gags. You've had a good flavor of the... Oh no! The drag tentacle is still alive! It seems unlikely. That was a good dimension moment. Good. Very good scare. I forgot we put that there. He's just hallucinating bad things now. It's pretty good. I was affected by it. This all seems like bad. Okay.
Ellie, I've got the centrifuge online. I'm heading back towards the tram station.
Okay. I've almost got us disconnected from the mag rail. Keep me posted.
You can hear Stross in the background. So whenever we did these logs, you can't really just write however long you want. They're extremely short because the player can run into the next sets of triggers or whatever they want. And I think this is a big, just like, fest. So you have to like literally put them in the game, run. Oh, they're outside. Hi, hi. Waiting for me to get decontaminated. And run around with them in the game. Like you put in the log, the scratch audio, and you literally have to play with it. Oh, crap. And adjust them and make them shorter, and it's like a constant kind of battle to keep them short, and you forget, and you write them too long. To keep it all playable, and it seems really natural when you play through it finally, but there's like so much time when it's not okay. And where to put them, and you're coordinating with the level designer because they need to have combat in, which you can't step on with some silly log talking with stuff you need to know. Ah! Right, so it's a big dance. The same is true of video logs. So that was always fun. So we were very careful trying to make sure that was always the case. That you were never trying to listen to a log you wanted to hear because some other trigger had been stepped on by you walking around the level like a normal person would. So that was quite a thing.
No.
Isaac, Stross is starting to worry me. Listen.
I would never. I would never. But son, Daddy's not a murderer.
Stross!
I would never hurt you.
He's not real.
Yes, he is. You can't see him because you haven't taken the steps.
Stross,
will make
put down the
Step
screwdriver.
Step 3.
Ah!
Stross! Ellie! Shit!
So Stross loses it now and becomes a menace. I might have made that more... We might have pushed that more menacey-y. But it's close enough. Because again, having to emphasize the steps. And the steps now, and Stross, and the whole second... I don't know, the last 2/3 of the game, after the Dana thing, that's all one story. But to be honest with you, playing through it now, it feels like it's a different story. Like, it feels like the steps and all that stuff.
Dr. Heidi Latchford, Research Summary Organic Material Analysis. There are several shocking findings relating to the sludge-like material found throughout the Ishimura. First, it is human DNA. Second, and far more disturbing, it reanimates in the presence of a marker signal. The only conclusion we can come to is that the entire Ishimura crew was infected and reconstructed and then fell into a soupy DNA sludge when the Aegis 7 marker was destroyed.
Isn't that crazy? So here's where we instantiated the idea that the marker signal is what animates necromorphs, and a marker is needed to generate and animate a necromorph outbreak and convergence. And so we had the entire crew of the Ishimura that was still on there, all the killed necromorphs all just kind of collapsed into like sludge or something, and then around the new marker then they would reanimate unless they cleaned it up. That's Heidi Latchford. That's Latchford is Kate Latchford, my super good friend on Dead Space. She was our external producer is what we called it, but she was in charge of handling all the things like all the externalities like casting and all the transmedia stuff and all the book deals and just a huge amount of stuff, all the mocap studio contracts, all that stuff went through her. And so she and I worked like super close together for many years on Dead Space 1, 2, and 3 and all the transmedia. So we're good friends and I love her to death. Like I was saying though, back on the point about the story, now that you're into the steps 1, 2, and 3, and especially now, I've had 16 years of story experience since writing this. This was 2009, 9, 10, 11. And so as of this recording, that's a long time. It's like 16 years. It's like a while of story. And looking back on this now, these problems seem easier to solve because I've been solving them since then. But like the idea is that you would have probably started the whole thing about the steps if it was going to be about the steps. That would have been more throughout the story rather than like this back 2/3 when we first start talking about it but Stross was introduced early, but like the steps and all that stuff and what's going on with having to get there to get your ability to destroy the marker to save yourself. It's a little bit not what I would have done, in hindsight, if I could have gone back in and really taken the story apart at the root and sort of made it work. But like I said, we had the Unitology stuff built, and I think the Dana stuff had already been captured in motion capture, so there was no going back from that. So we had to just march forward. So if it seems like it's two different stories, it kind of is. All right, escape from the Ishimura again. See if we can get out of here without being murderified. We cannot. Change weapons. Sorry guys, I know that's maybe not what you're here for. This is me one-shotting my way through Dead Space, but I'm here to talk about story and the making of Dead Space, and it's not a gameplay through, so I don't want to play through that simple. I do want to do plasma cuttery stuff, but hey, I can't figure out my inventory in a way that makes it work. Hi, little guys. Bye, little guys. Ooh, how can I be full? Is that a thing to pick up now? All right, guess what? We're gonna get on the tram from Dead Space 1. Hi. Shoop. Okay, we're gonna push the button. Oh, look at the signs. Ping. There's always ping. So let's talk about ping for a second. This was another Ian Millam special, like on Dead Space 2, which we're doing now. And we were such nerds. Like some of us were so analytical, and you had a room full of like engineers and people who did, for a living. They were like specking things out and trying to figure things out and needing to understand every little thing. And Ian was like a much more je ne sais quoi kind of person. He could work in the abstract, and he's like, there is no explanation for ping. It's just a meme before there were memes. It's just an idea. It's just there's always ping, and it was someone leaning into it like lifestyle marketing for Coke or something. And so we never really knew what ping was. It was just sort of a vibe, you would say these days. So good on Ian again. He put out a phenomenon that worked. Okay, on the tram.
Oh, Isaac. Damn it, that hurts. The bastard bit me.
What? Ah, shit. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. But he stopped talking. He won't look at me. How's it going at your end? And please tell me this plan is going to work.
I'm almost there. I'm headed to the bridge now to activate the gravity tethers.
Well, good. They're swarming in through a hole in the medical deck. At least you won't have to go through there.
Unexpected obstruction ahead. Shutting down. Welcome to the medical deck.
Crap.
It's a pretty cheap gag. I don't know what you guys think about it. I can't believe we did that. All right, well, we did. So now we're going to walk through the medical deck. I like all the Nicole hallucination talks that Ben read. Those were great. So this was fun for the medical deck. So when the Montreal crew showed us this, everyone was like, squee! Everyone squealed. We're like, what are you doing? This is amazing. And so any chance to do this, like, was a super good plan. Like, we were all down all the way for this super mega Shasta neon stuff. Like, yeah. Like, what a great... Because they were trying to reimagine looks for the Ishimura. Like, well, what are you going to do, right? And so the other stuff was a huge success. Look at the stuff I've got. What's in my inventory that's keeping me from Let me do some inventory cleanup here really quick. So this was so good. It was like, obviously ultraviolet light with, like, contaminant showings. And it was so effective. Well, all right. You guys down if we sort of, like, go through and, like, force gun our way through this level? So this was such a big hit for the team. We were like, that's the best thing ever. And so we were all over it. It's such a good idea. This UV lighting and these sort of revealed like viscera are everywhere and writing that wasn't on the first Ishimura maybe. And you're like, oh, that's cool. So I think that was literally brilliant. So good. I got to go through there. Well, I don't want to go through there. I want to go look for stuff. Although I can't even carry anything anymore. Oh, what's in there? This is where the original hunter was, if you remember. I'm going to try to use up all this force gun ammo. Remember, trap him in here in the frosty thing. Oh, I didn't get him. I thought I knocked him back. What? Annoying. Okay, we're going to blast through this force gun ammo. Ooh. Getting some health, credits. Alright. We have to do a quick hack puzzle. I thought I did one of these under combat pressure at some point. I would be interested to know if anybody besides Taylor Kingston is... I'm going to fail this one hard. Where is this one at? Alright, these get harder as we go. If anybody from the team that did this at Motive at the beginning... And am I missing one? It was surely Motive. Or Motive Montreal. If anyone is left there that worked on this, then... Because this art direction is really great. It shows their chops a lot. I was lucky. Look. Man, it's all the hard ones now. Look at the footsteps. This is just so creative. They just did such a good job. All the fun little vignettes everywhere to look at. I gotta get my Unitology translation pad out so we can see what they wrote and said. But it would take me a while to do it. I have to do a whole maybe different thing on it, right? Because it's like, is that pickupable? I don't want to sit here and bore you guys with letter by letter translation of that. But it'd be worth it to see what somebody decided to write. Okay, lockers. I'm congenitally unable to not do lockers. I don't know about you guys when you play. It's hard not to pick up things. This is just so good. It's like just enough of this really hyper cyan neon amongst this ultraviolet. It's just good. All right, let's save. Okay. Where are we going? Going past the dirty mop buckets and the hazard floor thing. I'm gonna go check over here, of course. Look at this. So good.
Isaac, it's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I wish I could just talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I just can't believe what's happening. It's strange. Such a little thing. In the end, it all comes down to just one little thing. I didn't want it to end like this. I really wanted to see you again. Just once. I loved you. I always loved you. Loved you.
That's great. Isaac reliving then, of course, the opening scene in Dead Space 1. Not opening scene, but where Nicole, he first comes to visit the Ishimura under the auspices that Nicole is there. He has not seen that she has actually died because he's sort of flawed that way. Has a bit of a problem with not reality, but just accepting hard truths, and is a little bit of a codependent relationship person, a little neurotic. That's what makes him sort of nice and likable and lovable. And of course, that whole conversation, like, you know, it was expanded to great, magnificent effect in the remake. The job that Joe Barry and her writing team did on giving and filling out the Isaac and Nicole backstory, with her trying to help his mom, who was stuck in unitology, but then it didn't work. His mother died, and he sort of blamed her, and they had a very awful conversation. As the last one before he died, he came to the Ishimura, is very, very fitting. Fill out to the whole thing. It really makes their relationship poignant and really perfect. It was really great. So happy to have seen that. Where am I going? Alright. Walking through here. I think I need a thing here. What am I going to do? Oh, did I need to pull something in to... What am I going to do to fix this? Oh, I'm going to pull this across. Same as always. Same as last time. You know, I don't know the Ishimura by heart to know if this pathway is a new set of connections for things, or if this is... I think it's true to the original layout. They might have opened a few more doors or pathways that you could walk through without tramming it the whole way. But at any rate, I'm in medical, so to speak. And these are the same rooms, obviously. I think it's fitting that the enemies are all very, very difficult in here. Dude, these are taking like 2 shots and 3 shots. Up. What is happening? Okay. It's a fun room. I think they've added a hazard puzzle in here. Is this a stasis puzzle? What am I supposed to do to get past this? Okay. So, let's see. Put a body in there first and see what happens. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm trying not to spend all my energy on this. Oh, power node door. Do I want to go in there? Ooh. There might be logs in there. I think we'll be okay. Alright, I don't have any more health, of course. Alright, I'm going to skip the node room, and we're going to keep going. Oh, am I? Yes, because I just spent my nodes. Haha. Okay. Alright. So this look lasted a long time. I think it was perfect for the backtrack on the Ishimura through medical. I think it was really, really great. I really don't get tired of it at all. And I really wish I could sit and do this. So, obviously the memory of Nicole is tormenting poor Isaac with guilty thoughts. Guilty, awful, you know, wow, was I walking around like a necromorph and killing other people? Is that what happened? So he's sort of tormenting himself with his failures and errors, as he's wont to do. Sort of self-flagellating. There's a store. Do I need the store? I think we're good. Let's save, as I always do. Alright, let's keep going. Alright. I'm sure we're going to get ganked in here somewhere. Oh, no. Oh, God.
Entering zero gravity.
Alright, then. That store's offline. Where are we going? I think you fly through here now. Because we have our new fancy flying mechanic. So it's really torturing him, trying to break him. This is about you. Let's see where that arc tries to go. Okay, we're going this way. You're not going to break me, he says. What? Okay. Dude, even with my superpowers, this is like a rough level. Okay. Tasking me. Where are we going? Oh, I was there. Hi. Back where I was. Alright. I'm going to walk out of here. So this is good because now you can fly, so we didn't need the tram as much. And that's kind of a fun revisit of the old Ishimura
Exiting zero gravity.
layout. Attention. Pick up empty cans. That's funny. So he keeps remembering, I love that, his traumas of the past, which is pretty solid. Oh, where'd the credits go? Alright, let's get onto the bridge. Why are the stores offline? Woof. They gotta have the force gun. This is going to be a crazy setup. Because these are all the dark red-eyed ones, so it's going to be super crazy. And stalkers on top of it all. Okay. My inventory is messed up and I don't have any health because I keep carrying too much ammo. And there's no room for the health packs, so I'm gonna have to like stop and physically make sure I do that at some point. The rig is red. It's red. I'm gonna have trouble here in a minute. I don't like saving with like an empty health bar, but okay. I'll have to stop and really manage this in a minute and like get rid of a bunch of ammo and buy some health packs on easy mode. It is later in the game, so it's a little bit tougher. So we'll see. Oh, I've got health.
Ellie, I'm almost to the captain's nest to activate the tethers.
All right. The centrifuge looks spooled to full power from here.
Great. Let's hope this works. It'll be tight. You ready?
All set. I'll wait for your signal.
Thanks, Ellie. Okay. Okay, let's see what we get. All right, so again, trying to show the Ishimura from the inside, pulling the station back together, or at least aligning. I remember trying to explain this to Ben. I was like, he's like, what happens now? It severs the government sector. I'm like, yeah, and this and that, and then the tram, Isaac has to pull it back together so the tram tracks can be close enough that the tram can like leap across. And I think he bought it just because it was fantastical, but it's a little bit of a crazy plan. But, you know, fortunately all you have to do is push a button. Ready? And hold the button, apparently.
Gravity tethers engaged.
You did it! Now get back here. The tracks are moving.
No, just go. I'll use one of the escape pods to meet you there. Now go!
You idiot! These tethers would tear the whole moon apart.
Time to go.
Time to go. Yeah, and of course Timon's like, what are you doing? But I think it's an ingenious solution, using the gravity tethers. Alright.
Where are you going, Isaac? You still think that's something you can avoid?
I don't know what you are, okay?
Ejection sequence initiated.
So at this point, Isaac isn't quite sure what she wants or what she's doing as a ghost, and she's just sort of tormenting him. I hope he resolved that. So these are always fun because the whole stream set deloads.
I'm away. Ellie, Did you make it?
Isaac, we crossed the track, but we're coming in hot.
I just need you to see what I see, Ellie. I promise it won't hurt.
Just put down the screwdriver.
Stross, no!
Somehow Stross thinks that's what's going on. So while the stream set's loading behind, we're playing this little video that we recorded with all of the stream set loaded in, right? So you could make a little video of it, then you freeze it out and play it on here. We're not actually seeing the level move behind that screen. It's just Isaac in a little box with the screen, you know, playing a pre-recorded level flow through. So stream sets, loading out the Ishimura, pulling it out. Now we're loading in the government sector. Oh, but first a movie.
The Ishimura is a great ship. I am so lucky to be serving aboard her.
Look at this.
You made me stick with it.
Nicole's image projected with the marker. Made me die. So again, just voicing his guilt, voicing the awful thoughts in his head, obsessing about it. It's so good. That stuff's all from Ben. It's super classic.
It's gonna be okay. I promise. This won't hurt a bit. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Stross!
Stick a needle in your eye.
Stross, God damn it!
I remember filming that. Those two, Sonita and Kurt, were like, what's happening now? We're like, well, Stross has gone crazy and is trying to make Ellie see what he sees and thinks sticking a needle in his eye the way that it was done to him to make him see marker signals would be the way to solve stuff. And so he shoves a screwdriver in her eye and they're like, okay. And it was violent. So they were there on the mocap stage and we had to be careful because they can't lay on each other or anything because the mocap markers will get lost. So we had to figure out how to position them so that we could eventually read the data. They did great on that one. But I just remember they were like, he stabs her eye out with a screwdriver. So it's quite the scene. All right, we're in chapter 11 now. We have left the Ishimura. And let's go find a save station. And we'll call this chapter playthrough done. All right. Doody-doody-doody-doo. Bench. Do I want to buy anything? No, I don't want to modify anything. Maybe before I find anything. Look at our force field. Do-do-do-do. Now you can see where you came from. So this is really, 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 really great. I'm going to go up here and do a second on this because this is a good bit. I'm like, man, if you're a fan of like environmental storytelling, presume. Look at this. This is great. And I can get the body out of the way. Thanks, lady. Like, look at that. So there's the actual version of the sprawl that we see. That's mostly a painting. I'm not sure what the explosions are, but it's probably just bad things happening everywhere. There's the tram that we came across, now to a line, and now you can see kind of where you were the whole game out there playing in this upside down, you know, two-part city with these big screens on it. So you finally get a sense of the sprawl here, which is nice. And you're in this hole in this rock. You're inside this force field in the government sector on the remnants of Titan, the moon. That's pretty solid. All right. We're going to... Oh, save station. Here we go. All right. Let's save, and we'll call this one good. Thanks, you guys, very much for watching me play through. I hope you're enjoying it. And we'll catch you for Chapter 11, the government sector. See you later. If you want to learn to talk about narrative the way I do, go check out my web series. The writing wasn't very good. And if you want more Dead Space content, go check out our remake playthroughs at Captain Bribbo.